Are you ready to fly?
I'm ready. Ready to fly.
Tomorrow, all of America will be talking about Elvis Presley.
We can't move.
All right, those are some clips from Elvis, the biopic of the music legend starring Austin Butler as the king of rock and roll. The movie has a dazzling audience score on Rotten Tomatoes of 94%, and as of this week is now available to stream from the comfort of your couch on Amazon Prime. 4.5 decades, that's how long it's been since the world lost Elvis Presley. His life and legacy still influencing pop culture today. Newsy's Stephen Graddick shows us just how much impact the king has had.
His time on the throne cut short. A record scratch in the career of the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley, died at his home, Graceland, on August 16th, 1977. His singing career began in 1954, heavily influenced by growing up in a predominantly black neighborhood in Tupelo, Mississippi. Elvis's career has been both celebrated and criticized, some saying he profited off of black music, and others, like the legendary B.B. King, saying he reinterpreted the music he grew up with.
Elvis Presley.
But the legacy of the king doesn't just live and die with his roster of songs.
The music's great, but if it wasn't his heart and that charisma and what he gave to people in other ways besides songs, he would just be a rock star from the 50s that died.
Love for Elvis spanning decades and generations. Elvis starred in more than 30 movies, won several awards, but for some fans, the man behind the music is who they fell for.
He was quite the humanitarian.
Presley's generosity also of note, like the time he gave a Vegas hotel employee a car.
Everything that you hear about Elvis, things that he did and things that he gave, he really did that.
Ah, yes. Viva Las Vegas, Elvis's unofficial home away from home, where he spent years of his life on stage at the International Hotel.
After that first show, I said, every time Elvis comes back to town, I'm going to be here. And I managed to do that 15 times.
15 of more than 830 sold-out shows, spanning nearly 7.5 of the final 8 years of his life. Elvis now lives on through his image and likeness, his adoring fans, and his family.
If there's a heaven and I see Elvis, I would literally say, thank you truly for providing a life for my kids. God bless the king of rock and roll.
In Atlanta, I'm Stephen Graddick, Newsy.
And joining us now is Chris McDonald. No, it's not Elvis. And he's not just any old Elvis tribute artist either, but the only one approved by Elvis Presley Enterprises to perform at Graceland's Heartbreak Hotel. Chris, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for wearing your Elvis best with us this weekend. Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much for having me. Got my pink jacket on here.
Love it. Love to see it. I'm a big Elvis fan, and I love the movie. I bought it when it came out on Amazon Prime, so I'm excited to watch it over and over again. In your opinion, why has Elvis had such a tremendous cultural impact, and an impact that is renewed once again so strongly?
Well, what it is it's the all-American story. It's the shy, humble country boy who became the king of rock and roll. And he learned all of the music from his surroundings in the Mississippi Delta area. He was a poor child. The family did the best they could. So he was basically around a lot of different influences, which they mentioned here about the rhythm and blues music, black gospel music, and country music. And that's how rock and roll was formed. And what Elvis did is they were all a part of his heart, because when you learn things as a child, you learn with your heart. So he learned music that way. So, of course, you have influences, just like the Beatles had influences and Rolling Stones. The Beatles, matter of fact, John Lennon said before Elvis, there was nothing. Everybody wanted to be Elvis once they saw what he did. And I think that's why he's still, basically he's a rock and roll superhero. That's who he is.
Yeah.
And that is what everybody aspires to be.
Sure. And so what is it about Elvis specifically that makes so many people want to impersonate him? Of course, in Vegas, it's a big thing. And what is it about him that is so important to you?
So there's a couple different things. There's I don't call my show an impersonation. It's a tribute. Because what I do a little bit differently, sometimes impersonators go over the top. They say they're Elvis. They don't do the show where they talk about what Elvis did. That's what I do with my show. I want to resemble him naturally. I want to have the vocals sound natural. I want to have the moves natural, and then present memories. That's why I call my show Memories of Elvis. It reminds you of Elvis. This movie came out at a perfect time. I mean, it's basically introducing this incredible story of the King of Rock and Roll, great music, coolness. I guess that's a simple word, coolness, to a whole new generation. And that's how I got into music. My mom used to sit me down in front of a TV set as a little kid. Elvis was gone before I could see him. But I used to sit in front of the TV set. We'd watch a bunch of the old movies. He'd beat up the bad guy. He'd win the race. He had the girls in bikinis chasing him. Nothing cooler than that. I mean, that's what I look at. So that's really what I got into. I became like a sports hero. You look at football stars and baseball stars. Elvis was the rock and roll star. And anybody that ever put a guitar on after him wanted to be like Elvis.
All right, Chris McDonald, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much.